Zep is a lightweight editor designed to be embedded inside something like a game engine or a live coding environment. You can see it running here. I'm editing a shader. I can use Vim keystrokes or Notepad style keystrokes, and Zep will enable me to switch between the two. At the moment we're in Vim mode. Let's, for example, delete 3 lines, and we can undo that. We can jump by words, we can visually select areas, delete them, paste them, all the usual things that you would expect. There's quite a large quantity of Vim commands implemented in the tool. I can do, for example, searching, skip between all instances of a search. It provides enough functionality of Vim that you can that a Vim user can use it quite happily and not miss any of the more advanced features. We can highlight a word, copy it. If we look at the registers, we can see, just as in Vim, it's been stored. There's also split support and a fast file searching mechanism. If I hit Control P, start typing the name of a file I want, for example edcp, it's jumped to the first one that matches, has that fuzzy match, editor cpp. If I hit Control V, it's going to open it in a V-split. Page through it there. You might have also noticed there's syntax highlighting built in along with rainbow bracket support, so you can see where your brackets start and end. There's a built-in facility for markers. If I make a marker here, we'll put it over this region here. There we go. This is an example tooltip that can be added to any range of characters, as the text says there. You can see that while my cursor's over the selected region, the tooltips popped up, and there's a marker to the left here as well on the line. You can have any combination of these things. For example, if we just highlight vec4 here and we do test markers 3, we'll get just a simple underline. And there are various ways to highlight things. Because it's intended to be used inside a live coding environment, there's also an evaluation facility with a built-in REPL. If you wanted to, for example, show the user that somebody had selected some code and evaluated it, you could have a flash like this one here. There's a REPL. Let's go into there. We can start doing scheme-like commands, and actually there is a scheme inside the engine here. If I hit define sum AB plus AB, I've defined a function here called sum, and we run sum with 3 and 6, and the answer is 9. So there's a simple REPL there, which might be useful if you want to script a game engine. It's not really tied to scheme, but it's just an example of how you might do a window in Zep that enabled that feature. Regarding live coding, there are some interesting extensions. One of the things that I've been experimenting with recently is an Orca mode, which is an esoteric programming language, which you can go look up, but I can show an Orca grid in here. Let's find an interesting one. Let's do chromatic. There we go. And you can see that there's a counter here and it's evaluating. And this just really shows that Zep can be used to draw more interesting things than just text. The modal stuff is quite customizable, and you can use it for various things. Zep can also be used as a live coding editor. This one is an OpenGL app. You can see Zep on the left here in minimal mode without the background. If I go in and I can change something like the shape here, let's change it from a torus to an icosphere. Let's go into the vertex shader and put something that'll tweak the shape here, blow the sphere apart a little. maybe make it spin faster, or modify the vertices. And inside here, if we make an error, we can see the effect of the Zep markers here, where it's highlighted the line, there's a tooltip popped up with the error from the compiler. So this is just one example of how you might use Zep in an embedded environment. This is another example of Zep embedded inside a music application. It's being used here to script musical patterns. If I go in here and enable a pattern, you see the flash there, and then you can see the notes starting to play. Turn it off again. As we've seen, Zep is a powerful editor. It's very easy to build. It has no dependencies other than a C++17 compiler. It's cross-platform. It needs IMGUI or Qt in order to render itself, but it should be very easy to drop into any existing game engine and make use of straight away. Thanks for watching.